Hello, welcome back to the channel. We've got another, we're doing another Citadel paint texture review. This time we're going to be looking at Citadel Texture Astrogranite. I got this from, nearly dropped it, from my local games workshop. It's a great shop up there. There's a great guy works in there called Dean. He runs the shop. He's full of knowledge in all things Games Workshop and Citadel. Pop in there, he'll be able to help you out with absolutely anything in regards to this sort of world. By this world I mean Citadel and Games Workshop, not the world in general. So don't go asking him philosophical questions. I don't know, maybe he does know the answer, but anyway, I'm digressing. So yeah, we're going to be doing that. But first, I've got to see it on a serious note. Some of you will have seen lately Will Patterson's review on, or his take on Sanders, and he got two sets of Sanders, Flory Sanders and UMP, and he tested them and he put his thoughts out there and what he liked and didn't like about them, and you know, his conclusion. From that, sorry about the dog barking. From that, he was then targeted by a group of people. I'm not going to name any names because I don't want to get into name calling. And they systematically just started to give him grief and you know, abuse of sorts, purely based on his preference of Sander. I mean, how totally ridiculous is that? Over Sanders. So it would seem that these people they will just target anyone that buys a certain product. And let's say it's UMP. If you come out and say that you like UMP over another brand, or you prefer UMP, whether it be Sanders, washes or whatever, they are going to target you, and they are going to give you abuse, and it even reached the stage where they specifically made light of Will's injuries that he's sustained, and that is just going too far. It is completely unwarranted. Will had, I'm not going to go into his personal life, but he had a really big accident, and what he's done since is absolutely incredible. What he does now is absolutely incredible. His level of work is fantastic, and you can just kudos to the guy. He's inspiration to everyone, really. You know, nobody can say, oh, I can't do this because of this or that. Not to Will anyway. So you know, Will can look after himself. You know, I'm not coming out and saying that he can't do that, because he's more than capable of looking after himself, as he's demonstrated so ably in the past. But I just wanted to come out and say that I think it's totally ridiculous that you've got this group of people that have so much hatred for an inanimate object or objects, or just because they don't get on with one of the members of the owner or the owners, or they don't get on with some of the other members of the group, to the moderators. So they then take it upon themselves to go around and just ridicule and moan and plaster their and on times it just comes. I'm just lost for words. I really am. That our hobby is being marred by a few people that cannot get past age 12. This is school kid stuff. My ball's bigger than your ball. My dad's bigger than your dad. It's stupid. It really is stupid. And I've come out and said this before. I'd hoped that it would all blow over and that people would see sense and just, if you don't like something, you don't buy it. That's it. You don't buy it. You don't then go out of your way to try and tell everyone else how utterly crap it is, or just because you don't like somebody who made the product, or you base your findings on guesswork. With the sanders in particular, somebody pulled up a generic picture of a nail sander and said they were the same. I'm not going to pretend that I know what's in UMP's sanders. I do know that it's not a Chinese nail file though, or a Chinese one of these cheap nail buffers. I know that. But it's just why harbour such a deep-seated grudge that's not going to get you anywhere. All it's going to do is lead to a vicious circle, and in fairness to the guys over at UMP, they haven't retaliated that I know of, and that's how businesses should be run. You don't get into these petty squabbles, but it's difficult. It's just I really don't know what to say, because we're grown adults. Why are we reduced to this? Why are we reduced to this? To go and pick on somebody's disability because they prefer a particular brand of sander. And personally, I think what should happen is we should name and shame these people. We should tell the rest of the community, this person is a troublemaker, this person is, I don't know, homophobic, racist, whatever. If you've got any documenting proof, put it up with it, so that nobody could say that you're lying. If that's the way people want to play it, then name and shame them, and then everyone will know when because you would not believe some of these people that are doing this. Some of these people that are doing this, they do videos and they come across as friendly. They want to help everyone and come and watch me. I'm a great guy and all this, and they're not. They're 100% rotten. They just harbour a massive grudge, and they are ruining ruining it for everyone. You can't go out and like I do my reviews now, and I have to be careful over, or I feel I've got to be careful over what products I've got in shot, because I don't want to anger one side more than the other. But today I've decided I'm not doing that no more. I'm going to say 100% I use UMP. I'm proud to use UMP, and I'm going to put a hashtag. I'm going to see whether I can start a hashtag up and it's going to be hashtag proud to use UMP. So if you're proud to use UMP, put that as your signature or on the end of your posts or wherever you go. Twitter hashtag proud to use UMP. Let's see if we can get something going on this and maybe get it trending. That would be cool. That would be cool. That would show the level of support that UMP has, and you know, and then it would might help shut the naysayers down a bit, and we'll go from there. I mean, alternatively, you could hashtag anything really. It's up to you. But I'm suggesting UMP because I like UMP. I am proud to use UMP. I have tried Flory products. So before anyone says that I don't like, I haven't given them a go. I've got the whole range of washes. I've tried them. I used them for a while, and then by chance I got a bottle of UMP wash, and I tried that, and there was a difference for me. I felt there was a difference, and I preferred the UMP one. I'm not going to say I'm not getting into a thing over UMP's better than Flory or Flory's better than UMP or whatever else, because I'm not. I don't want to go down that road. I'm just showing that I have used all the products. I've even got, before anyone else says anything else, I've got ranges of files. So I've used various ranges. I've bought the cheap generic nail files. I've bought the cheap generic buffers. I've bought all sorts of different items. So I'm not coming into this having just bought, I'm not blinkered, I haven't just bought UMP and that's all I've used, and so I'm saying they're better than everything else. I'm not doing that because I know that will anger a lot of people. I'm just telling you that I've tried a wide range of products. Them ones work better for me than the others. So this is getting a bit drawn out now, so I'm going to bring it to a close. Hashtag proud to use UMP, and now then, that said, I've now got to decide whether I want to disable the comments for the video, so I'm going to get some backlash over that, I would think. So it is. It's sad that a hobby's been reduced to this. Anyway, we'll go over now, and we're going to go over to the bench. I've primed a lid up. Not very well, but I've primed it. I've done it by brush because I don't want it really smooth. I want the lumpy bumpy texture in there because it is going to be a textured, and we're going to put some textured paint on. So let's get back to the review. Okay, so we're going to do this test now. So this is for the Citadel Astrogranite range. Well, it's not a range, it's a textured paint range, but apologies for the mess. I've got a few builds on the go at the moment, so it's scattered about a bit. I apologise for that. This review is being done on the fly a bit, and as a result, I think that camera's just moved, and as a result, I've just got multiple projects on the go. I should have cleaned this down and then done it, but we can still see what we're doing. We're on this little mat here. Let's move their Formula 1 exhausts, and that is a test piece of sprue. Can't tell you why, top secret. That's your clue there. Yeah, that'll be your clue as to what that test piece is all about. comments below, see if you can guess what it is, what I'm trying to do. So here we are. We've got the lid top, which I'm going to use as a base. So you can get these, I can't remember the name of the place where you get them now. I'll have to try and find out and let you all know. So where is these? We've got the little tool that I bought from Citadel. This is about £4, I think. It's essentially just a plastic little spatula, quite dear really for what it is, but it worked very well on the last review I done for textured paint. So there's no, we'll give this a shake. This hasn't been shut up since I bought it, so this is as it came off the shop shelf. Oh, this is like completely thick and gloopy. I don't like these lids. Now the thing with these textured paints is you don't brush them on. So if you've bought this and you haven't bought you haven't got anything to scrape it on with, please don't use your decent brushes, because once you use a brush in this, your brush will be had it. And just find yourself, I don't know, maybe you'd be able to spread it on with a cocktail stick. So we're just going to scoop this on. And again, I'm not using any particular method. I'm just going to drop it on and spread it out. I'm told one of them needs to go on thick, but I can't remember which one he said now. It's already got quite a rough, gravelly sort of texture, like almost like a new road that's had new road chippings put in down. You know what I mean? Let's thicken that up a bit there. And then all we can do is leave that to dry. And then what we'll do is we'll come back. Let me just get some tissue to clean that off. We'll come back when that's dried and have a look at the effect we've got with it, and see what it's like. Okay, see you in a bit. So we're back. Our base plate has now dried, and this is what we've got. So I'm using the web camera. I apologise for that because the digital one's not set up at the moment. But if we come in close, let me lift the lamp over a bit. There we go. Let's just try and get it to focus in. So we can see we've got a nice variation in texture going on. Let me just try and get. Are we going to focus again? Come on. There we go. Again, it's quite solid like it was before. It's not going to be easily destroyed. So we can scrape at that, and it's not too bad. And we've got like a gravelly texture to it around the edges, and then in certain places it isn't so gravelly, so it's almost like a rough tarmacked area, so you know, an old path where some of the chippings have come away, and you know, what would be great is if they could mix this with the stuff that got cracks as well, so that you could also get cracks running through it. I don't know if they've done that. I've got some more to try. There's a couple more I haven't bought yet that I've got to try, but the other two that we will be looking at is Sterling Mud and Armageddon Dust. So we'll be looking at them in other reviews of the Citadel Texture paints, and there you go. So that's the sort of thing you're looking at getting with it. So hope you enjoyed that. Apologies for the sort of little rant at the beginning. I did feel it was warranted, and I hope it's something that stops soon. Until then, bye for now.